Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. I've built a luxurious modern mansion in Sulani. It has a helipad on top. It's super fancy, and from the outside it's super minimalistic and the colors are very neutral, but on the interior, as you will see, I've added a pop of color here and there. And I've started off by working on the pool because round pools are always fun, and I just got flashbacks to the release of Island Living when I had created all these pools in the ocean, and I just had so much fun to build something similar after all these years. So this time around I've decided to try something new, and I wanted to build an ocean pool using monoliths from Spa Day. So this column-like object is from Spa Day, and I've sized up a fountain from the base game so I have a nice guideline. Usually I would not use this object, but because I'm building inside the ocean, I wasn't able to just place a rug or something similar, so I have just sized up this fountain from the base game. And when you zoom out, the shape is not circular anymore, which is why it's a bit tricky to use this object as a guideline. But yeah, I've just placed all these Spa Day monoliths, and I've then just finished the frame or the outline of the pool. I'm going to make some changes to this. I had no idea where this would lead to. I had a rough idea, but I wasn't really happy with like the shape and everything, so I'm going to make some changes to this. But here at this point you can already see that there is a nice pool in the ocean. The most tricky part was the area where the pool or all these columns are meeting the foundation. The look just wasn't cute, so I've decided to just use some platforms. It just looks much better. As you can see here, I was just not a fan of the look where I was just using the columns. It looks much better, and I've then expanded the foundation, and I wanted to have lots of round shapes in this build, so I've decided to use this rug from Journey to Batu as a guideline, and I'm now using the Spa Day monoliths to have a curved wall. I'm also going to use some proper curved rooms in this build because we finally got them, but they still don't cover all bases, because for some round shapes like this one, you just still have to create your own custom shapes. But I'm super happy that we got the curved rooms because they totally make life easier. Like, I'm still totally happy that we got them. And here I'm using the cube from the Desert Lux kit. I just really love to use this object. Before Desert Lux came out, I've always used the pristine pedestal from Get Famous, but now I just love this object so much. I feel like the pristine pedestal is kind of in retirement right now, so it can just relax and chill. I mean, I still love the pristine pedestal, but I just love this cube so much. And here at this point you can see how I've used the biggest curved room size available. I've stacked them on top. I've removed a part of the wall, so this area is kind of part of the exterior or the outside, so it's open. There's going to be a nice party area, and I've then placed the smallest curved room size available on top, and I've then used a medium-sized round platform on top, and this way I have created a fun looking helipad. It's not functional because it's just for decoration. I did not intend to make it functional or accessible because we don't have anything like this in the game. I just thought it's a nice detail and it looks super fancy, and I really wanted to have a nice combination of this very cold looking design, like it's really minimalistic and modern and cold, but then on the exterior, as you will see, I'm going to use so many palm trees and plants, so it looks nice and inviting. And on the interior I've used more colors, so it's a bit colorful. So it's a nice mix. It's like hyper modern and all that, but it's still cozy and inviting. And here I'm finally decorating the helipad on top, and I've used this object from Get Together, which looks like a rug, but it's not really a rug, the one that is supposed to be used inside a pool, and I've just used it to create the letter H. And I've then used this wonderful armchair. I think it's from Discover University, and I like to use it so I can create custom shapes for a sofa. We got the wonderful sofas in Dream Home Decorator, which can be like arranged in different shapes. But if I want to have a really proper custom shape, I'm still using this one. I love this so much. It has some nice swatches, but here in this case, I was really going for this minimalistic look. So I've used whites and grays everywhere, and then had a hard time to decide what to do for the floor. I wanted to combine different floor colors and all that, and I've used the one from the Desert Luxe kit eventually, and also a combination. So it was really tricky. It was also really tricky to kind of make sense of the shape on the side and in the front, because whenever you are using regular rooms in combination with the curved rooms, it's kind of difficult to merge them and to make sense of the whole floor plan. So I was kind of struggling with this, but I think it turned out nice. And yeah, this house will have 3 bedrooms, multiple bathrooms. It's really luxurious. I've also used so much No CC gallery art here in this build, and I just had the best time building this. I feel like every now and then I just have to work on a proper modern mansion, because it's still one of my favorite types of builds. I love this so much. Also, I'm so excited to finally hear about the upcoming expansion pack. I'm just so hyped for this. I think the new world is going to be called San Sequoia, and I love to play Ark, and I love the redwood forest in Ark, and generally whenever I'm seeing pictures of sequoia trees, I love this so much. It's like so stunning, and I'm just really hoping for a similar vibe in this world, at least in some areas, because I mean the name is kind of hinting at that. Also, I think there was a bridge shown which pretty much looked like the Golden Gate Bridge. So I'm really hoping for some really nice California vibes, including some redwoods. I'm just so excited for this. Like, I'm really curious what the world is going to look like. I think more so than like finding out about the whole idea behind it. I mean, of course I'm excited, but I really want to see the world. I'm really looking forward to this, and I just want something new. I'm just so hyped. I just need something fresh, a new world, something new. I'm just really hoping for some really fresh, exciting news soon. And yeah, here I'm decorating the curved room, which is part of the outside. So this room is not closed, and you can see how I've placed all these individual island counters, and I've placed them on the open side. So there's just a round fence behind this area. So the Sims which are sitting down there can look at the ocean. So I really wanted this to be super fancy. I've included a dance floor, a bar, all these party lights, just different things, and the DJ booth, so your Sims can have a proper party up there. This build has some major bachelor pad vibes. It's not your regular family home or anything. I just wanted this to be really fancy, and I love what it looks like at night. I just love the whole vibe of this build. Of course, you could assign different colors to the lights. I left them like this because I was going for this very minimalistic neutral colored vibe, but you could just change the colors for this, and you could turn this into a really colorful party zone. I've also wanted to include a hot tub. I had no idea where to place it, so I just placed it over there, and I just wanted to make use of all the different areas on the outside. It's really spacious, and one of the spade monoliths was always kind of glitching, and it was removed whenever I was making some changes to a room or the foundation, which is why it's always missing, but I'm going to make sure that it's there when I'm uploading to the gallery. And I'm now finally furnishing. So at first the interior was also super neutral colored, as you can see here. So I've started to furnish. I was using all these colors, and even for me, even for my liking, this was like too cold and too neutral colored, and you know how much I love this. Like, I love it a little too much, and some of you tell me that I should use more color on the interior, and you are totally right. Colors are great, colorful builds are fun, and sometimes I like this type of style a little too much, but here in this case it was totally too much for me. So I then decided to use some No CC gallery art, which would make the interior more colorful, and this kind of made me change some other objects too, so you will see that there is a pop of color here and there, but still in a very modern way. Like there are like some colors here and there to make it colorful, but like it's a nice mix, so to speak. And I've made so many changes to this. Whenever I start to incorporate colors, I like have a hard time mixing different colors. Like as soon as I work on a pink build, for example, I want everything to be pink so it matches, which of course isn't great. So here I was really trying to make it more random, so you can see how I'm like combining different colors at least a little bit. Like we have the blue sofa, then the armchair is like pastel pink, the rug has it's like pastel purple, I'd say, but yeah, it looks like really pastel colored and soft, and I think yellow would have been amazing, like looking back, but there is some yellow in the painting. As always, you can also find the creators of the NoCC gallery art used in this build in the description box and in the gallery upload. I'm always including the creator IDs as a hashtag, so you can click on the hashtag in the gallery and you can check out all that amazing stuff. I'm obsessed with NoCC gallery art, and this colorful vibe was just exactly what I needed here. And I really like to place the lamps from Spa Day behind these gigantic paintings. I feel like they tie everything together, and the wall behind the painting is illuminated, which looks super cool. And there are some pinks in the painting, like some different pink colors and everything. So I've also decided to turn this little nook into a nice pink office space. The floor plan is a bit unique as always, but yeah, I was just trying to make the best of it. And here for the dining area and the living room, I was going for a pastel yellow, greens and blues, because I was trying to hold myself back so I don't turn the whole build into like a pastel pink wonderful dream, like a pastel pink dream, because I wanted to combine different colors. Like I totally wanted to use all kinds of different colors. So the living room is more yellow, the dining area is blue, but all like in a really pastel toned down kind of way. Whenever I'm using color, I just want to build the next Barbie build. Like I'm so obsessed, you have no idea. Like I love to build, but especially love to build Barbie builds. Like ever since I started to create different Barbie builds on this channel, I just want to build Barbie builds. I feel like it's my happy place. I love pink. I love to create all these builds, and I've really started to embrace the color pink more. I think back then when I started the series, if you want to call it that, I was even talking about not being someone who is into pink, but I love it so much. Like I've really started to be obsessed with the color pink. It just took over my life and I love it so much. And some of you might remember last year I went like on a big birthday party and I was like dressed in hot pink, like completely hot pink, and I've like really started to embrace the color pink. It's such a fun color. I don't think if any color is more fun to me. Like pink to me is just so colorful, so loud, so happy. It just screams joy, and I know not everyone likes it, but I'm just trying to say it's a nice color. And yeah, here I'm working on one of the bedrooms. I've also incorporated some colors here and there, and it's just overall such a luxurious build. And yeah, this is it. Here you can see lots of screenshots. You can download this build from the gallery. This is the 50 by 50 lot in Sulani, the biggest waterfront lot available. And you can just place it there, and you have to place it on this lot because otherwise the whole pool is going to... it's just not going to work. Some of the columns would be floating and stuff. It's really important to place these builds on the right lot. And yeah, it's available in the gallery. My ID is KateEmerald. You can also grab the tray files from my Patreon. And speaking of which, it's time to thank my wonderful Emerald Patreons and Emerald YouTube members. A big thank you to Mehmet Ali Baras Khan, Alona Bleu, Andrew Hill, Asia, Lady Sims KTY, Lisa Martin, Saturated Spark, Shannon McClam, Stemlicious, Stephanie Mead, and Stephen. Thank you so much for your gigantic support. A big thank you to all my other Patreons and YouTube members. And of course, a big thank you to anyone who's watching, to anyone who's here. Thank you so much for being here and for being amazing. I love you all so much. I hope you will have a perfect week, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.